accidental and terrible and tragic. And you know what's happened. The second thing is, what's the percentage? I understand it's pretty high. I don't know the number off hands. But there are a lot of folks whose guns are stolen during robberies and burglaries, should I say. You get your house burglarized and now your weapons are gone. These weapons end up on the black market. Eventually, they might end up in the hands of someone who shouldn't have that weapon. Self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like the only prescription for the proliferation of weapons is the proliferation of weapons. Think about that. That's the only remedy that you get right now. Well, you get your concealed and carry permit. And hell, I've said the same thing because that's what you got to do. When I read these numbers to you, does that make you feel more or less safe as an Ohioan? Again, the state of Ohio now has more concealed carry permits than ever before. And that's according to records from the state attorney general's office. More than 500,000 Ohioans, or 4% of the state's population, 4% of the state's overall population is packing legally, and they're concealing it. Make you feel safe and secure. Oh, something jumps off. One of your neighbors will jump in there for you, right? They'll protect you or turn on you. Oh, man, deep. Now back to my favorite part of the show. Let me say good morning to everybody. I want to read your chat. Good morning, Tonika. Good to see you. Glad you're not having no problems this morning. Good morning, Angela. Good to see you. How you doing, Deanna? Good morning. What's up, Ed? And Ed, yes, I did receive all of your emails, sir. And I appreciate it, man. Keep it coming. Ed's been sending me tips, news items. We've been conversing back and forth via email. What's up to Ed? What's up, Miss Tracy? Uh-oh. Damn it. Hey, Tracy. She said, don't put the miss in there. What's up, Mike Will? Mike writes, good morning, Chop Shop. Good morning. Good morning, Daryl. Good to see you, bro. Mike Jones. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Mr. Avery. Tracy writes, I'm wondering this morning when they're going to start checking the background of the father who was standing there with his two-year-old was attacked by the alligator. Much like they did the background of the mother whose son fell into the gorilla exhibit over at the Cincinnati Zoo. You know what's amazing is how the Cincinnati Zoo thing's already over. That's what's kind of amazing. I mean, locally, Cincinnati institutions don't want to say anything negative about the Cincinnati Zoo for a couple reasons. Number one, because it's the Cincinnati Zoo. And what I've noticed here locally is that there's a real relationship between some of the major institutions here and their message in local media. So they put up a higher fence around the gorilla exhibit, and life went on. That's it. Sorry, Harambe. Kiki writes, I'm present, Mr. Ivey. Good morning. Good to see you, Kiki, as always. And welcome back to the Nathan Ivey Show. How you doing, Pat? Good morning, Ashley. Good morning, Jane. She writes, good morning, Nathan. Derek writes, good morning, Team NI and the Chop Shop. Absolutely. Good morning, Brent. Good to see you. She writes, good morning, all. Good morning, Brenda. She writes, good morning, all. Brent writes, great risings, kings and queens. I like the way that sounds. Tiffany writes, good morning. Good to see you, Tiffany. Good to see you. It's been a minute. How you doing, Mr. Hollywood? Mila writes, good morning. I made it. Yes, you did. Jericho writes, good morning. You great bunch of people. Absolutely. Derek writes, did you happen to see OJ Made in America? The LAPD was off the chain. Yes, I did. I'm amazed at America's appetite for more OJ Simpson media. Because that's all this is. I mean, ESPN said, man, the FX Cables Network, man, they got big ratings. You know what? Let's do an OJ documentary. Let's go ahead and greenlight that. 5-part series. Now, they could have easily have made that like a 3-part series, but it's like 5 separate 1-hour shows. And it's good. It is good. I watched it last night. I did not know that O.J. Simpson referred to the black people who, on the day in which he was arrested, remember that day with the low-speed chase and the white Bronco? Well, after O.J. was taken into custody, allegedly, as he's driving back through the neighborhood to get back to, I guess, to go to the police department, one of the detectives says that O.J. Simpson looks out the window, he sees all these different people, including black people, and O.J. Simpson allegedly says, how do all these N-words get in Brentwood? And I'm talking about N-I-G-G-E-R, man. N-I-G-G-E-R-S. Would O.J. Simpson say such a thing? Really? Thought it was very interesting. Very interesting. And I'll be honest with you, after watching the FX, and that was more of a dramatization, it was scripted. After watching that series and investing all of that time for all of those weeks, because for me and the wifey, man, that was the last great show we watched together. But after viewing that, it's almost as if the people who put together and again, that was a dramatization. It was acting. It was scripted. The FX People versus O.J. Simpson, if you watched any of that, it's almost as if they watched the ESPN 30 for 30 O.J. in America documentary first. I mean, that's how close it is on some levels. I mean, even down to the personalities and some of the nuances of those particular characters and real people. I mean, some real good television. I just kind of feel like unless OJ confesses or somebody else comes forward, and I hope that before he dies, OJ Simpson confesses. Just tell us what happened. Because if not, we're going to be playing this over and over and over again for years and years to come. It's amazing just how compelling the O.J. Simpson trial still is. And I think it's because it's still an open wound. We still don't really know what really happened to Ron Nicole. But, Derek, yes, I am watching it, and it's interesting. Omar writes, good morning. Good morning to you, Omar. Brent writes, filibuster what? They are not in control of either house. This is nothing more than political posturing. The only way this would stop is when realtors take the lead and refuse to sell military-issue weapons to civilians. Now, when you say realtors, that makes me think of Walmart. But what about the gun shops that are designed to do that? I mean, that's what they do. They sell weapons. They sell ammunition. You know, that's how they make their living. What do we say to those individuals? That you can't sell weapons no more? That's deep. Some folks are going to be upset with that one, Brent. Tracy writes, Cincinnati Gardens is going to be demolished. It was bought by the Port Authority, and it's going to create manufacturing jobs. Absolutely. Kush writes, good morning, people. My electric has been off since the storm yesterday. Come on, Duke Energy. Thank God for backup generators so I can listen to the Nathan Ivey Show. My man, Kush. Good morning to you, Kush. My electricity, I was online last night, and electricity was flickering on and off. I was like, man, please. I hate it when my electricity goes off. Number one, it reminds me that I didn't put things in place that I was supposed to. Like I have to get a generator, a gas-operated generator, and then I want to get another freezer, put it in the basement, and sort of deep freeze, food, in case things go down. When the lights go out, man, listen, it's every man for himself. You already know. And I lived through that. Going back about 6 years ago, there was a big windstorm. I was living in, I'm going to use this term just so you understand. But I was living in East Walnut Hills. I hate these divisions in these neighborhoods. It's East Walnut Hills. It's West Walnut Hills. It's Central Walnut Hills. It's downtown Walnut Hills. No, it's just Walnut Hills. It's South Avondale and North Avondale. I mean, listen, just given the historical nature of what that's meant, North and South, I want to live in North Avondale. I'm just saying. I want to live in the North. Dale writes, the Luxor Pyramid Hotel and Casino in Vegas, it's very nice telly. Yes, that's right. That is my idea. If the folks over in Northern Kentucky, they think they're going to outdo us downtown, you think you're going to take over the river with your Ferris wheel? We're talking about a 250-foot Ferris wheel, man. You might be able to see this thing from damn near Eden Park. What are we going to build? We got to build a pyramid. We've got to build a pyramid. All this stuff about hotels downtown. Okay, great. Get creative. Build a pyramid hotel like the Luxor in Vegas. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you, Daryl. Shout out to Daryl. James writes, good morning, Chop Shop. Good morning, James. Miss D writes, greetings. Greetings, Miss D. Pam writes, on the scene, chop shop. Good to see you, Pam. Tracy writes, the circus used to come there. That's what I remember doing. Ms. D writes, when I first moved to Cincinnati, I saw the Kings of Comedy at the Cincinnati Garden. The Kings of Comedy? Woo-hoo-hoo. Now, that's a term I haven't heard in a long time. Let me see if I can remember the original Kings of Comedy. You had Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey, who's still doing it, killing it, by the way. Cedric the Entertainer, and D.L. Hughley. And I'm not really a big D.L. Hughley fan, to be honest with you. I'm not. For personal reasons. I don't like that brother. I mean, it ain't super serious. But I'm just saying he's just not my favorite. But I don't want to get into D.L. right now. Okay? Kevin writes, O.J. Hancock speaks Spanish, and I'm a hero. A person, typically a man, who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities. But not even I can say the Cincinnati Gardens. For folks who might be listening around the country, Kevin Newman is a real hero. Kevin Newman is O.J. Hancock, much like Clark Kent is Superman. And I know you're thinking, O.J. Hancock, wait a minute, wasn't there a movie Will Smith? You're right, correctamundo. You're right, there was. But I'm talking about a real hero, man. And if you want to see his image in full suit, check out the Chop Shop. People might be in here like, what in the hell is Kevin Newman? That's Kevin Newman for real. And again, quick story. I won't give you all the details, but the first time I ran into O.J. Hancock, he did something heroic for me and my family. I'm not making that up. He made a tremendous sacrifice and helped me and my family. This is way before the morning show, was way before any of that. And it was the beginning of O.J. Hancock. And y'all think O.J.'s joking. He is not. He is real. Damn haters out there. Mr. Hollywood writes, isn't that whole Bond Hill area developing? Yes, it is. That entire Bond Hill area is on the come up. I understand that there's a partnership between the good folks at the Community Action Agency under leadership of Gwen Robinson, and they've aligned themselves with some other entities, including, and maybe most notably, churches from around the region, and they're trying to change things around. I would love to go past to be able to shop at what used to be the Swifton Commons area. That would be hot. That would be great. Kevin writes, Nate, don't get a vasectomy. Just jump up in time. I'm a hero, and that has always worked for me. LOL. Nah, I'm getting a vasectomy, man. I'm getting a vasectomy. I'm gonna take you along on a ride. Again, I've been done all my research, and again, it's not really a big deal. And I've been to this point before, honestly, where I had it scheduled, and there was one time, I'll be honest with you, I got cold feet for whatever reasons. But there was other times when just things just happen, You set plans, and sometimes things don't always fall through the way you want them to. But on July 29th, I will get in the snippet. I even know the day. I even know the time, 9 a.m. So on that particular day, let me give you a heads up. July 29th, the show may be just 1 hour on that day, or maybe we'll start earlier so we can give you the full 2 hours, a full 90 minutes of the show. But that's over a month away at this point. But I want to give you a heads up. I believe that's a Friday, the last Friday in July, okay? But I'll give you more details about it. Angela writes, good morning. Good to see you, Angela. Jared writes, good morning, hashtag Team and I. Good to see everybody. You know what? I'm late on a break. Nathan Ivey with you. The flow and the show continues right after this. Don't forget, the Nathan Ivey Show is brought to you by the good folks at Superlative Media.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman.
We need a new stuntman. Let's break for lunch.
You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of